Hello my beautiful amazing people, it's your guy Minute Francis, and on today's video I will be taking you through on how to get lean and shredded. Getting lean and shredded requires a combination of proper nutrition, consistent training and patience. But do not panic about the consistent training, because the start of the main subject of the topic is nutrition and patience. That's the main thing you need to focus on, not solely on consistent training, okay, which I will be discussing later. So with that being said, let's dive right into the video. So tip number one is calorie deficit. I believe a lot of us know what calorie deficit is. Calorie deficit is consuming fewer calories than you burn to lose fat. Like the normal average human being or the normal average man is meant to consume 2,500 calories per day. But I would suggest you cut down 1,000 calories and then consume like 1,500 calories out of the 2,500 calories in a day for maximum results. But that doesn't mean you should starve yourself too much, way beyond you can actually take or go. So you need to consume way fewer calories than you usually consume if you want to see amazing results on your body or on your physique in the long run, because a lot of us these days do make food a priority and then consume whatever is being served to us on the table. No, you shouldn't consume whatever you see on the table. I don't count calories, but there are things I know I'm meant to avoid when it comes to nutrition. And calories, the calories I consume each day, if I begin to count them, I would even be astounded by seeing that I don't consume up to 1,500 or 1,800 calories in a day, except for the days I do eat way too large meals. Okay, but do not eat way too much meal if you want to see a maximum result based on the calorie deficit that we just discussed about. Okay, yeah, do not consume way too much calories than your body requires. Okay, do not allow your brain to nudge into eating too much foods and then thinking that you're gonna be okay with it. But because this thing will make you in the long run not to be so comfortable and pleased with the way your physique is appearing so far to be. So consume fewer calories than you usually consume fewer calories than you usually do. So eat more, or maybe you could use portion control to help you get the right amount of food that you should eat, so that you don't overeat or exceed way too beyond on what you should eat. Okay, I mean the calories you should consume. So tip number two to get you started would be macronutrient balance. And for at least 1.6 to 2.2 grams of protein, 2 to 3 grams of carbohydrates, and 0.5 to 1 grams of healthy fat. And as well, incorporate fiber, because fiber will help to slow down the digestion process of the food so that it doesn't go on to spike your insulin. Because when your insulin is high, or when you do not incorporate fiber into your diet, it might go on to spike your insulin, which is what we are trying to avoid if we are trying to lose weight. And as well, being shredded is all about losing weight and maintaining a low percent body fat. The reason you're to balance your macronutrient is for you to know how many grams of protein, and as well especially the amount of carbohydrates you're consuming, so you don't go on to exceed way too beyond, thereby storing the remains of those food into excess fat around your belly, so which is what you're meant to avoid as much as possible. So aim for at least 1.6 to 2.2 grams of protein, 2 to 3 grams of carbohydrate, 0.5 to 1 grams of healthy fat. Do not healthy fat, examples of healthy fat I would suggest you consume are, one is my favorite, which is avocado, 2 butter, ghee, tofu, and so on and so forth. So these are the healthy fats you should consume. Do not incorporate this thing, what's that called, vegetable oil into your dish. Vegetable oil is not a healthy fat. Okay, just so you know, vegetable oil is not a healthy fat. So if you're trying to get lean and shredded, eliminate vegetable oil into the healthy fat you're consuming. Incorporate olive oil, but do make sure that you don't cook the olive oil, because when you heat it up, it will oxidize. So olive oil or extra virgin olive oil does not thrive well in heat, but you can, drizzle some of it on your dish and then consume it. That's the best way to, consume olive oil. Olive oil is, packed with monounsaturated fat and healthy fat, and as well as vitamin E and a lot more, and a lot of minerals. So do incorporate these macronutrients into your food. Balance your macronutrients so that you will get those minerals and, vitamins that you might be missing out on, the on cutting down on your calories, okay, on the calories that you consume. Okay, yeah. Tip number 3, eat protein rich foods. Protein rich foods such as chicken, beef, eggs, fish, and plant-based options, okay? Do make sure to incorporate protein into your dish, into your nutrition, because protein plays a crucial role on how well your physique is going to appear in the long run, because you doing all these things without eating your proteins is a waste of time and as well energy. So you need protein to replenish those losses, those things that you might have, your body must have used up. So you need protein to get you started as well, because protein plays a crucial role the on how fast you're gonna see results on your body. There are a lot of fitness coaches these days that says that if you want to lose weight, you need to cut down on, carbohydrate and increase your protein intake. And as well, do make sure to add fiber into your diet, okay? Because fiber plays a crucial role. It helps our gut to, thrive so well, and as well it reduces a spike of insulin. Okay, yeah, do make sure to incorporate protein rich foods into your diet. Do not run away from proteins. Eggs are a good source of protein because they are cheap and prevalent in almost all the countries in the world. So do not be afraid to consume the yolk as well, because the yolk is where the main source is where most of those vitamins that you need, that your body needs and requires to function more properly, are proteins contain all the eggs contain all the 9 essential amino acids our body needs to function properly. So as you're being on a calorie deficit, you also need all these vitamins, potassium, magnesium, a lot more, B1, B2, B6, 12, and all that, for your body to, be able to thrive well and as well perform, and for your brain to, perform at its best peak, not only to look good, but also your inner self, your organs need to thrive well and as well get the minerals and vitamins they require to, carry you along the day and throughout the week. Okay, so do make sure to incorporate healthy proteins into your diet. Okay, do not incorporate, way too much carbohydrate into your dish. The main source of your dish and the star of your dish should be protein. Protein should always be higher than the carbs in your diet, okay, if you're trying to get lean and as well shredded. Tip number 4, focus on whole foods. Whole foods are essential because they provide you with amazing nutrients and lots of vitamins that your body needs to function properly throughout the day, okay? Whole foods such as vegetables, fruits, nuts. When it comes to nuts, I don't play with nuts. Nuts are so satiating, especially peanuts, almond, and many other ones that are high in protein, okay? Lean protein and as well whole grains, okay? Do not consume grains that are ultra processed, grains that has been altered in some way, because those ones will alter your physique in the long run and they are not satiating, okay? Focus on whole foods. Whole foods, as I mentioned earlier, provide you with lots of vitamins and minerals that your body needs to function properly. Do make sure to incorporate lots of vegetables into your dish, because they will help to slow down the digestion process of the food, so that it doesn't go on to spike your insulin, okay? It doesn't go on to raise your glucose level and thereby resulting to a spike in insulin, because when your insulin is high, your blood glucose is gonna go up and your liver would your pancreas would secrete insulin, because insulin stops your body from losing weight and as well burning fat and tapping into your fat reserves. So incorporate vegetable into your dish, because vegetable is loaded with fiber. It's packed with fiber. I've talked about this, that fiber helps to slow down the digestion process and thereby making the insulin spike to be lenient and not too much. Okay, yeah, focus on whole food. Whole food is the key. Okay, yeah, vegetable is so filling and a lot more. It packs lots of nutrients and vitamins. So do make sure to add lots of vegetable into your dish. And if you're gonna, have any snack, do make sure to have the snacks like seed, natural seeds, those ones that are high in vitamins and as well rich in protein, like peanuts, almond, and many other seeds. The one I do enjoy the most is peanut. I love eating peanut because peanuts are so satiating and they can keep you full for long. Okay, give it a try. Tip number 5, hydration. Drink at least 8 to 10 glasses of water per day. It's important to note that hydration is key when it comes to losing weight. Fat does not thrive in a hydrated body. A hydrated body is key when it comes to being shredded because it allows and enables your body to, use all those nutrients that you've eaten, you've consumed, and as well, you know, expel fat. Water and fat doesn't go together, so do make sure to hydrate properly because sometimes you could be feeling thirsty and you would think that you're actually hungry. So do make sure to hydrate properly. Hydration is key. When you're well hydrated, you won't be craving so much for sweet tooth and food. Your brain will not be going there. So hydration is key. Sometimes when you actually feel like you're hungry, it's your body telling you that, oh, I need to hydrate. But you might go on to think that that you're actually hungry. Why the case is you're not hungry. Your body is just telling you to hydrate, eat properly. But these are the things you need to pay close attention to. Okay, do make sure to drink at least 8 to 10 glasses of water per day, so your body will not be sending this signal to you that you're actually hungry when the fact is it's calling you and telling you know that and letting you know that what it needs at the moment is actually water. Okay, hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. Hydration is key to losing weight and as well staying lean and shredded. Okay, tip number 6, avoid processed foods. I know these days a lot of us have made processed food the main, source of our nutrition. Processed food in the long run will go on to damage lots of things in your organ. I know they might not take or have any effect right now, but the rippling effect they do pack is enormous. Processed foods are high in sugar and high in salt, which is sodium, and as well saturated fat. It's important to note that these things in the long run, too much sugar will go on to, cause high blood pressure and unhealthy fat, which will cause cardiovascular disease and as well make your hormones not to be balanced. It will disrupt your hormones in the long run and as well cause inflammation. Sugar does a lot of damages to your body, so avoid these things because all they will do in the long run is just to make you to feel like they will make you in the long run not to feel yourself. They will deteriorate your physique and as well make you to appear awful. You might think that processed food will help you with, when it comes to depression, but all it will do is just to make you feel a little bit better as at the time you're having it. But as soon as you're done having it, your energy levels will begin to crash and you will not feel your best self. Just avoid processed food. Cut it out as much as possible, okay, because these are foods that has been uttered by man. These are foods that nature has given to us, but man has altered it in some way. They have undergone many manufacturing processes which you should likely try as much as possible to avoid if you're trying to be lean and as well stay shredded, okay, because processed food we store lots of fat. They appear to be too small and packaged, but the calories they do pack is way too much. So avoid them as much as possible, okay? And do make sure to eat healthy. Yeah. Avoiding processed key we get you there quicker than you could ever imagine, okay? Avoid and curb processed food out from your diet if you're trying to stay lean and as well maintain a shredded physique, okay? It will go on to help you and you will feel your best self when you cut out processed food from your diet, okay? Yeah, do make sure to eat right. Eat nature-made food, not man-made food. Man-made food are the ones that are highly processed. They are the ultra-processed foods. So curb them, curb them, curb them, curb them. So as for training, I would suggest you do whatever exercise you feel like works best for you. Whatever exercise you know you could be able to keep up to, that's the one you should be doing. It could be running walking, or running on a treadmill, or anything, or skipping rope or whatever. As long as you're comfortable doing that exercise and you're consistent with it, that is the best exercise you could do to get lean and as well maintain a shredded physique. Just keep up at it and keep doing it. As long as you're consistent and disciplined, it will keep you, it will keep you up in the long run, and it will give you the results you're seeking so much for. So keep at it and keep doing that exercise, be it running, jogging, or whatever. Just as long as you're comfortable doing that exercise, that's the best one you should possibly be doing, because I will not be those kind of fitness days that will tell you to go on to train onto sweat is separate all over your body until your clothes is drenched with water or sweat or whatever. Okay, just do what works best for you. I love to lift weights. Weightlifting has helped me a lot. That's the one I prefer. I'm not one of those dudes that enjoy running the treadmill all day or every day. So weightlifting is the one I do and I love it. So whatever works best for you, that's the one you should be doing. As for exercise, you don't need to stress yourself too much about it. You don't need to worry too much about it. What your main focus should be at is your nutrition, because what you feed your microbiome and your gut will also reflect how well you're gonna be in the long run. So eat healthy and eat right, and as well train the the way you feel comfortable with. Okay, and lastly, remember, getting lean and shredded requires dedication, consistency, discipline, and patience. Focus on your goal. Focus on your goal and you will achieve your results in no time, okay? Focus on you. Fall in love with the process and do not focus too much on the result, because when you focus too much on the result, you will lose track of what you're trying to achieve, okay? But when you fall in love with the process, it will flow through. You will be disciplined and dedicated and committed to doing what right in front of you, okay? So do not focus on the result, rather focus on on you. Like, fall in love with the process, okay? Focus on trying to fix things from the input rather than trying to fix things from the output, because when you fix things from the input, they will serve you a lifetime. But when you try to fix from the output, they will only last you temporary, okay? They will last you momentary. They won't be there to serve in the long run, okay? Be patient with yourself, knowing that yes, with time you're gonna get there and you achieve the physique you solely desire. Okay, that's all. Peace and do have a great day, y'all.